What's up, y'all? What's good? It's your boy Dame D.
And
Welcome,
your boy E Skeezy.
welcome to the What Up Doe Show. Today we're gonna be just doing a freestyle Friday. We're gonna be just talking about any and everything. We got a guest that's with us. Go on ahead and introduce yourself to the show.
What up, though? It's BJ3 from the 313. Now I'm in the 312. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, today we just doing a freestyle Friday. Any and everybody can tap in, tune in. We just talking about any and everything. Last night I came on live. We were talking about the shooting that happened in Maine. Apparently, they found the guy. He was found dead. So we can talk about that a little bit. If you want, we'll start that off. What you think about the scenario with that? E? We were just talking about that over the phone before we went live. So give me your scenario of what you thought what happened.
We gonna thumbnail this shit. Shit that just don't make no damn sense. Know what I'm saying? Cause it's a lot of shit out here that just ain't making no damn sense. And no matter who talk about it or who pull the cover from off of it, if they want to cover shit up, they could cover shit up. You know, I watched Scandal before. I know how Olivia Pope and all them motherfuckers operate in the White House. You know what I'm saying? The government got people trained to do shit, to do their dirty work. They got a black team, they got black ops, they got Navy SEALs. Shit we don't know about. You know, they can brainwash people, they can hypnotize people, and they can call you up if you one of those people and they can trigger you off and give you that cold word. Next thing you know, you a DC sniper or you going around killing people or you setting some bombs off. You know, I don't be surprised how America operate. Now, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we find out next week that some more shit was really going on, but they used this big event like this mass shooting to hide the hand while legislation was passed or something like that. I'm telling you.
So what you saying, E? We got some type of what was the name of that movie? With Matt Damon.
I want to say either Born Identity or something like
Yeah, so
that.
we got some Jason Bourne, some type of shit like that going on.
Government officials. I mean, I know people that that literally help wire the twin towers. At the time they didn't know what they was doing, but this was a job they was hired to do to wire this building. They ain't understand what they was doing. I got a friend personally. He was down there wiring the building. And then for it to collapse the way it did, they could tell you now it was some type of explosion. You
Yeah.
know, and then
Well, that's deep. We definitely got to be careful about certain things we talking about, but
like a terrorist attack. You know, yeah, they was in on it, but the government did their groundwork too. It's hard to trust a den with snakes in it. Like you
okay.
never
Well,
know. Even to the sports, man, you don't know what they got their hands in. And we look at it from TV. That's how they influence us through our eyes. You could be hypnotized through your eyes and your ears. So if the radio play a song long enough, you're gonna know every word to the song. And whether you want to sing it or not, when it come on, you're gonna start singing some type of words to the song, whether it's the hook or
uh,
a few words. Or,
Born Identity was the name of the movie that I was talking about with Jason Bourne.
You
But
gonna
yeah,
know the
go.
song, whether you like the song or not. It's
Yeah,
gonna be in your head if you listen to radio.
right.
if you listen to the song long enough. But yeah, go ahead, BJ. BJ3. I want you to elaborate on what you thought. Give me your opinion on what you thought happened in Maine yesterday with the guy. I think it was 18 dead so far, and a lot of people injured.
The numbers don't went up.
Okay, wow. Well, yesterday I have not checked on the numbers. I know last night when I looked, when I did the show, it was 18 dead and it was a lot of people injured. So I'm quite sure the number. What is the number of people dead now?
I think it went up to the 20s.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually looked that up. But yeah, go ahead, BJ. Elaborate on give us your opinion on what you think happened last night.
Honestly, man,
Well, actually, it started
my, my,
Wednesday.
my, my my schedule, I don't watch the news, so I'm hearing it from y'all. What's going on? What happened?
Okay, well, yeah, just okay. In case a lot of people out there didn't hear about what happened, it was a guy, and basically, and I talked about this last night in his show. It was a guy. He basically had a mental breakdown. He was actually an army reservist, and months ago he was actually hearing voices in his head. You know, and he actually was a trainer, so he was
That's the thing. Yeah, like who said this? Did he say
Who?
this?
well,
Yeah.
his family told the story of what of him having of him hearing voices. It was his family who spoke up and actually reached out to the arm. I mean, to the to the Army Reserve and told them, you know, because he was a trainer.
We just had a conversation about this.
Right. That's what I was saying. We just had a show about
I
that.
don't know all the ins and outs, so I can't really address that particular incident.
Okay, well, I'll give you the scenario of what happened. He basically, this is what they said, and I don't know how true this was. They said he originally was looking for his girlfriend. He originally went inside of a bowling alley. Originally, he killed, I believe, 10 people inside of the bowling alley, and then he left the bowling alley, and then he ended up looking for her at a bar. Then he killed, I believe, 8 more people in a bar, and that's where I left off with the story last night. So I'm just tuning back in, and I'm just hearing that he was found dead. You know, so and I gotta do a little bit more research on that. So yeah, basically he was toting a M16, I believe.
That's the army rifle.
Yeah, you know, and he was a trained basically an expert in that. You know, and he never actually went out there in the field, but he trained a lot of people that actually went out there in the field. You know, so he was deadly with that gun.
He was
Yeah,
actually
that's sad. That's sad.
concealed classes also.
Yeah, you know, he trained people and taught classes. So it was, you know, and he was a survivalist out in the woods and stuff. So at first they thought that he could have went out there in the woods and was hiding, but you know, I believe that I don't know exactly how he got away. They said that they thought he went to the dock and jumped in a boat. So we'll have to go back and do our research on that now since they caught him. But I'll let you go ahead a little bit more Easy and elaborate on it.
I just believe we'll hear more about it maybe 5 years from now or something. Because, like I say, it's a lot of fabrication in the news today. It's a lot of fabrication on radio, and all we could go by is what people tell us. And unless we hear certain stories from both sides, then all we could go by, it's easy to blame the absent party, or
Right.
it's easy to lie on who's not present. They could say everything on this man right here. They could blame some more stuff on him, and he ain't here to defend himself. They could pin 2 more murders that he wasn't even around. You know what I'm saying? But if they say he the one that did it, he can't defend himself right now. We can't even seek justice to find out
Right.
really what
What
happened.
happened?
Was he looking for his girlfriend? He
Right.
dead. And I told you before we even found out
See, and they never even released the girlfriend's name.
dead.
Yeah, they never even released her name at all. Yep. But yeah, we'll hear about that. So we'll come back to that another day when we get a little bit more information. So what's else out there, y'all? What else y'all want to talk about? You know, it's Freestyle Friday. We talking about any and everything.
I'm gonna let BJ say something. He looking like Cornell West right now.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm talking to I got the guests on the phone, y'all. You guys don't see them, but that's why I'm looking down because I'm talking to East Keezy and BJO on the phone.
Man, that's a heavy topic that y'all talking about. Like, it seemed like a mental health slash military type of situation. It brought me to the guy in Big Bear. He had a manifest and he was breaking out secrets and he was picking off people.
Yeah.
Dude, y'all, he seemed like he had a point where he just decided he was just gonna make he that was it. No more. I'm gonna do this and that's it. Yeah, that seemed like he made a decision to go all out.
My question is why when someone's looking for like the girlfriend or they're trying to look for whoever they're trying to kill, they go out and kill innocent people.
That's a question you gotta get into the mind of that individual. But what we had to understand is a couple a couple weeks ago you had a show on mental health. And we
Right.
had all kind of people on here, experts on mental health. And this individual had what we call key points or uh, uh, alerts letting you know that something was happening. When somebody started talking about their hearing voices, you need to know what the voices are saying.
Right.
I mean, yeah, we all hear voices. 9 times out of 10, it's our own.
Listen. We all hear voices, and sometimes it depends on where you are in your life, what point you are in life. You know that voice is either your conscience or the Holy Spirit, or
So
some
best
other
thing
stuff.
for you to
Now,
do,
if somebody's saying they're hearing voices, you want to know what they're hearing.
Right.
If they're saying it's saying hurt people, you have to take that seriously
okay,
because
let's change those voices. Let's put a body with those voices. You see
what
what
do you
I'm saying?
mean put a body with those voices?
I'm your friend. I'm a voice. You see what I'm saying? I can come to you talking about, yo, let's go do this hit. Yo, come on, son. Let's go
That,
kill these people. Come on, son.
that
It's still up to you to talk back to me. Now, if I'm doing
right,
talking 9 times out of 10, I will influence you to do
right,
what I want you to do. But if you're not
right.
talking back, you ain't showing me no feelings, no resistance. So I'm gonna take control of your mind. I'm gonna take control. I'm gonna put the gun in your hand. But let's talk about the shit that really don't make sense. For the simple fact, he was looking for his girlfriend. All right, was she in there? Was she in the bar?
Listen,
When she wasn't in,
listen. The girlfriend.
did they break up?
Listen, that's an issue, but that's not the immediate threat. The immediate threat is he's hearing voices. Again, if
So
you listen, hold on, listen. You talk. Let me talk. He was hearing voices. If
right.
you're dealing with somebody that's hearing voices, you want to know what are those voices saying. If
Okay.
the person is telling you that the voices are telling them to hurt somebody, you need to call 911.
Okay.
We had a conversation about this, and we had numbers and all this and all that. And I don't have the right number to say, okay, if they're doing this, call this, call. If they hearing voices and they saying the voices are telling them to hurt somebody, you need to call 911.
See, and those were one of the questions that was one of the questions that was asked by the reporters. That was one of the questions that was asked by the reporters. Is if I don't think they can hear me. Yeah, see, but
Call the police. What's the help for this homeboy?
okay, I want to ask you this though. I want to ask you this too though. E Skeezy,
And I know
can y'all hear me?
he talks reasonable. Yeah, we hear you.
Okay,
We got a homeboy. He's a reasonable thinker, and he called and say,
I gotta adjust this mic.
and this happened to me before. I had a guy. I had a church. I knew this dude from when we were kids, and I was at football practice, and I seen him coming from across the field, and he looked different because he was like a money dude. Like he was always into all the new shoes and the new hats and the new like he had a range. He was a money guy. He did what it. He did that. Anyway, I'm at my son's practice and I'm seeing this guy come from across the. We had a playground, a field, a park, and he coming across, and I'm like, damn, like my dude. And I'm like, but he looked different. And the closer he got, it looked like him, but something was off. And by the time he got close to where I could actually see him, it was like he looked like almost like he was homeless, right? And again, when I say this dude was all about money and appearance, for him to be looking homeless was like, what? You know what I'm saying? So he came up to me, he said, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, what's up, man? How you doing? He's like, hey man, I'm good. You know, I talked to sister such and such, and you know, she was telling me about this and telling me about that. And I'm looking at him like, D, you know, sister such and such is dead, right? And he like, yeah, but she was telling me this and she was telling me that. At that point, I I didn't call the police, but if something would have happened and he would have went out and did something crazy, I would have felt like I should have did something at that point. It was a whole conversation, and he moved on. You know what I'm saying? But it was like,
Okay, so I want to ask y'all this, and this was one of the questions that one of the reporters asked. If the family reported to the army, to the reserves, that he was hearing voices, um, why didn't the reserve, or why didn't the authority step in and basically discharge him from the reserve and take away his weapons? You know, because he still had his weapons. He still was certified with his concealed license. So why didn't authorities step in, you know, and take away his guns if the family reported that he was hearing voices? So elaborate on that, East Keezy. Tell me why you think that was, or BJ.
this how it works. This how it works where I work, you know, and I don't know the state and I don't know the laws where that happened. But and E can back me up. When when you work in the facility and a kid is saying, or an adult is saying that they're gonna harm themselves, there's a couple questions that go behind it, like, how you gonna harm yourself? Well, I'm gonna eat a lot of M&Ms. Okay, well, you know, they're not talking about that. But if somebody say, oh, I'm a grab this knife that's in the cabinet that I have access to 24/7, and
Right.
I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, then you take different steps. And if a person is saying, again, I'm going back to, if a person is saying they're hearing voices and the voices are telling them to hurt people, then you say, okay, how is the voice? How are the voices telling you to hurt people? Well, the voices are telling me to hurt people by grabbing items that they actually have access to. Then you call the people, and the people 911 usually call a different team. We call it a PMR team. It's a mental health team, and they come out and they interview the person, and then that person is uh, deemed whether they should be put in a psychiatric facility or not. And then they come with the ambulance. They strap them down.
What's good, Big
Take
Daddy?
them out.
I see you just checked in. What's good with you?
So it's a whole process. But if somebody is having a mental breakdown, there are steps and there are things that's supposed to happen.
Right. So why do you think that? Why do you think those steps did not happen? Why do you think those steps did not happen, BJ?
You say what?
Why do you think those steps did not happen? Why do you think the authorities was not alerted to what was going on?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know who was alerted and who didn't respond, but
Yeah, I don't think no one was alerted. He was able to do what he was able to do freely without authorities or no one intervening. You know, until after he murdered and killed.
I start answering, then you start asking another question. I can't hear you. I see your lips moving, but give me a question and I answer it.
No, I was saying, why do you think? Can you hear me clear?
I do.
Okay, yeah. No, I was saying, why do you think, like basically what you said? Why do you think that the authorities didn't intervene and come and take his weapons away before all this shit jumped off?
Because there's certain steps that has to happen, and I don't know if they have those steps lined up. If you hear this, then do this. You know, it's sometimes there's a flow chart, and people don't have common sense. You can't think common sense is common to everybody. So It has to be a flow chart. If you hear this, then call this number or have this person talk to the person. There's steps, and I don't know. I don't know where the ball was dropped, but
If he was
somewhere the ball was dropped.
evaluated, was he seeing a psychiatrist?
Well,
What he asking is, at that point, his family was saying he was hearing voices, and the voices was saying hurt people. At that point, somebody need to be alerted, and he need to be talked to. At that point,
right. Somebody should have stepped in at that point, but no one did.
At my facility, he would have been evaluated, and he would have been deemed
Deadly.
psychiatric to the point where he would have been removed from the facility to another facility that did more close observation.
Right. Yeah. See, and none of that happened.
He wouldn't have had access to those weapons. Is what I'm getting at. If in my facility, if somebody make those type of comments, then they're removed. They're taken away, taken to a different facility, and they're closely observed even more. And they have different tactics that they use to subdue and things like that that we don't use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything said and taken into consideration, I hear you and I understand you. It is steps to take when you're dealing with somebody with a psychic problem or psychiatric problem. I'm sorry, but I don't want to give a pass to anybody who's done this in the past or to anybody who want to just go on a rampage and blame it on I heard a voice or I've been hearing voices.
Right.
Okay, if you hearing voices, like I said, what are you saying back to these voices? Are you just giving in, submitting? You see what I'm saying? You can't just go along. Like I said, that's why I said put a body on it. And I'm always taken back to even when Trey lost Ricky in Boys in the Hood. He wanted to go kill them boys. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the voices that told him, "Come on, let's go do this," had him steal his daddy gun, run and get in the car. But guess what? To them same voices, he said, "Let me out the car," and he got out. You see why them voices saying, "Kid," them same voices told you slap this motherfucker or punch this dude in the jaw or I should do this, I should do that, but I ain't gonna do it. It was something you said back. You see what I'm saying? You can't let the voices do all the talking.
But here's the deal. That's the thing though. You ask that question. You say, "Hey, are you listening to the voices?" See, that's a major question. And if the person is saying yes, then you say, "Okay."
See, I want to ask you a question. If you're psychotic or you been diagnosed as being sick, and you hear voices, do you think that person is gonna care about them voices? You hear me?
And if I did what the voices told me to do,
man. Sometimes I'm the voice. I'm like, damn, is that me?
Yeah, but what I mean is though, do y'all think crazy people actually listen to the voices? Yeah.
Back to that voice.
Nah, get out of here. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, y'all. It's been 23. We at the 24-minute mark. Like I said, we can either move on to another conversation. Ain't nobody else. We had a few people that checked in and jumped in and jumped out. What else been going on around the country?
Israel.
Okay, give me your thoughts on that. I ain't really too updated on what's been going on with that.
Shit is real in Israel.
Okay.
Like it may mess around and be in World War III. Yeah. I ain't gonna talk too long, y'all. I'm gonna be on for a couple more minutes. I'm gonna go in the house.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. I just want to come on real quick and just like I said, just do a freestyle Friday and just talk about any and everything. But I'm not too familiar what's going on with this war. What elaborate on the East Keezy.
Wars and rumors of war. We live in the last days. and we could be under the influence of TV and radio, which we've been our whole lives. So until we get the real inside scoop from, who's really doing the inside dirt, then
Right.
all we do is go by NBC,
Right.
CNN. If they say it's a bomb in Baghdad, we ain't really see it light up. It could be a field where they just got everything deserted and drop a bomb and make it look like,
Right.
they AI, they can make something look disastrous. You see how they do the movies?
Yeah.
Any of the Avengers movies, I mean, they got the technology to make it look like a war is really going on.
Yeah, well, I will put it this way: from some of the photos and videos that you've been seeing, they definitely been dropping bombs over there. So I'm not going to say it's not real or it's not or it's real.
Yeah, but that could be in
How's
house.
this microphone squeaking like
Hey,
this?
that war is the war. You can go back. That war is a war that started back in the Bible.
In the
days.
biblical times, right? We talked about this. E.
I think it's Abraham, two brothers, two sons.
But I don't.
And the Bible said that war is going to go on forever.
Forever, right? And that's a war that
talking about land and who was promised what and all that and all that. We could talk about that for days. That's they're gonna fight forever. The Bible said they're gonna fight forever.
right. See, and it's the same conversation that we had about a week ago.
Fighting over land and everything for again since the Bible days.
Right. Yeah, so so I think I think that's something that I try to stay out of stuff like that that really don't have nothing to do with us per se over here.
America backs Israel, and Israel is like the holy lands, even from back in the Bible days. Even the Bible days say protect Israel. So we on that. We behind that side. So it's again. I'm with you, D. I don't get into it too much, but I know what's what, who's who, and who we siding with. You got to figure that out.
Right. And at the end of the day,
I'm about to shut it down.
Okay, well, go ahead. Before you get out of here, BJ3, let them know what you got going on, where everybody can reach you at.
I got this thing right here next to me. I got this all natural tea. It's a couple ingredients in there, all natural, from local farms. THC, lemon, mint, and honey. It does a lot of things. Help blood flow. It helps with relaxation. All kind of things. Get at me at all_natural_tea at TikTok and Instagram. Appreciate it.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us, BJ. We appreciate you. And
it's a fight coming up too. We got
yeah, we definitely gonna talk about that. We're gonna chop it up.
Fighting a dude from MMA tomorrow.
Okay.
It's gonna be a big fight.
Okay. Well, yeah, well, get with me. We're gonna talk it. We're gonna chop it up about that tomorrow.
All right, bet.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
I sent that address to you.
Gotcha.
Say less.
Yep. Well.
Skeezy. Just me and you. We still live. We still going, bro. Like I said, I wanted to do a short. We've been basically 30 minutes into this. A few people came in and jumped out. I just wanted to do a freestyle Friday. What else you got on your mind, Skeezy?
For sure. I had a vision. I went to my job and everything was abandoned. And everything that was perishable was green. And I seen the dog running in the empty aisle and a couple canned goods on the shelf. And I was crying. Then when I woke up, I had tears in my eyes for real. Then I say, what's this What's this dream? I said vision, but it was a dream. I'm sorry. But I told my brother and sister about it, Mike and Lori. And Lori said that dream meant that my time there was expired.
Your time where? In that
At
dream?
my job.
Oh.
I said I received that. But I've been thinking about stocking up, you know.
Mhm.
Time for us to stock up. We talking about a war. But you never know what could happen. We comfortable, and that's just usually when the storm hit.
Right. You know, and it's something that we've been talking about being prepared and ready for you know, any situation. You know, most people are not prepared. You know, so yeah, you know, I agree. We definitely have to, you know, be prepared for what's in store.
Yeah, we worried about what happened in Maine, but it could very well happen in the neighborhood near you.
Yeah, you know, and my question is, are you prepared? You know, are most people are not prepared, you know, for a situation like you know, like Maine or Israel. You know, we're not prepared for that.
Uh,
You know, I
I
guess, and you know, in a
mean,
situation like
only so much you can do to prepare.
yeah,
Number
that's what I was
one,
gonna say. In a situation like Israel, how can you prepare for something like that if you really don't have the monetary means to, you know, build bunkers? You know,
yeah, can't even flee their own country
right.
right now without having fear of an airplane or something being shot down. You know, that's terrifying. And just think, like I was saying that earlier to my family, if a war break out, then you just stuck wherever you at. You see what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
ain't gonna be too many people able to cross any state lines. You know, all borders will be patrolled by National Guards, and you know, you ain't gonna be able to fly bus
Right.
stations down.
So don't you think that we our families and, like, you know, as a family or as groups, we need to prepare like where like the main meeting, you know, where everybody is to meet up with, you know, at, you know, that way we can kind of like bunker down, you know, and be with family.
Right, but how long will we have to uh get to that meeting spot?
Right. You know, normally in situations like war, that, you know, they'll come on air and allow you, you know, that travel time. You know, you got a certain amount of time, you got this, you got that, you know, so get to where you need to be within 24 to 48 hours.
Right. Yeah, that's if
Excuse
we
me.
get that type of preparation.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, you know, because like I said, most people are not prepared for, you know, situations like that. You know, I won't even lie, I'm not prepared, you know, if something like that went on right now.
but think about it. We got a lot of people. We got all kinds of nationalities over here in America.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So while we worried about protecting the house from the inside, it could be people already in the house waiting
Yeah.
on instructions and
Well, we
orders.
know that for a fact. You know, you just got to look at who's over here. It's you got a lot of China, um, you know, people from China over here that, you know, been buying up land and, you know, businesses and stuff. So, you know, you got to look at them. You know,
Position
they
early.
own more than half of
You
the
never
United
know.
States.
I
Let me
mean,
check this audio. Are you watching this live, or you just let me make sure this audio that everybody can? Okay, yes, it's going. Uh, So, but yeah, you know, like I said, we were supposed to been doing a short. We can go ahead and end this, and then we may can come back and you know, do something else.
yeah, we could do something else.
Okay, well, look, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. We just want to chop it up. I want to see who all was gonna come in, and you know, we just want to chime in on current events on what was going on for the day. You know, so we're gonna go ahead and end this, and we may come back with another one. It's your boy Dame D,
And your boy E Skeezy.
and there's been another one, and we out. And oh. I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and share, you know, all our content. You know, it helps the channel, helps us grow. And I just need for you guys to do that to help the channel grow. So thanks again, and we out. Peace.
Holla.